this one. And we're good. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How's
How
things?
you been, dude? Not bad. How you been?
Not bad, man. Just living, doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
The same fucking thing as always, slave to capitalism and, masturbating like a fucking walrus at, do they have walrus there? I was going to say at SeaWorld, but I don't think that fucking makes sense. But yeah, just continuing to grow old, man. It's fucking crazy. Like, I was just talking to my wife, and she was talking about how, there's so many sides to the coin where it's like, you're growing older and you're like, fuck, like, you watch people around you or like, starting to like pass away, and it's fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, and I was like, just telling her, like, you just got to enjoy it, man. It's like just saying, fuck it. It's like when I was younger, I'd like worry so much about minuscule shit. And now I feel like I'm coming to a point where I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm waking up. I'm breathing, I get to just be alive, and I have a dick, and I get to fucking do whatever, Like, shit is not that bad, No. It's like anything that's happening, I'm like, fuck it, the IRS wants to, slam me in the fucking between the cheeks, with no lube, but it's like, fuck it, whatever, man. We just gotta take it a day at a time and fucking have fun with it,
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, we see people young around us. We see people old around us. Everybody's passing away. It is weird. It's crazy. Really fucking weird.
I went to, and we were just talking about this too, and I went to fucking FedEx, and I was like, just dropping off this thing that I had to send in. And I'm like just sitting there kind of waiting, just waiting for the lady at the counter to help me. Yeah. And I look behind her, and there's this fucking like poster she's printing out, and it's an obituary for this girl. And I like look closer at it, and I'm like, bro, this fucking chick was born 1 year before me. And I'm just like, oh my God.
That's like,
it's crazy, man. It's nuts. It's like, and when you're in your 20s and you like think about this stuff, you're like, oh, I'm fucking young, I'm gonna live forever. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking, drink beer, and I'm gonna fucking, beat up my stepfather tonight. It's gonna be sick, And now I'm just like, I'm just fucking so excited. I'm fucking taking a shit right now with a smartphone in my fucking hand. I love life. Cool, man.
Especially because, like, I mean, you're not old, but like you're older just compared to like the general, being in a band and around young guys coming up, or people have just been around. Like, you've seen these kids since like they were fucking late teenagers.
Yeah, it's crazy,
dude.
It's like,
kids.
Yeah, it's like I've been around, like, and it's weird because even I got a late start, like when I was younger, like, like when I was a kid, like I always listened to like metal and stuff, it's like I listened to like, when I was a kid, I'd listen to, Ozzy. Even when I was like 5 years old, I'd listen to Ozzy, on cassette. That's how fucking old I am. And, it's like I got kind of a late start, it's like my buddy Joel and my other buddy Rob, they were like, oh, come to a, an underground hardcore show, and I'm like, huh? Like, yeah. This is kind of like a concert in the fucking basement of a bar. Like, this is fucking weird. I don't even have my shots, but they brought me in, and I was like, man, this is fucking weird. This is, it's weird, but it's magical at the same time, So, and I think I was like 20, at the time. And, people are like, it's like, I brought my daughter to, I brought my daughter to see fucking Bane, my first daughter, when she was, we played with them. She was, like not even 2 years old yet, and so she's like, she's gonna get older and be like, yeah, dude, I saw Bane when they were fucking cool, Yeah, you guys will never know about that, when she gets older, she could do all that stuff, and I'm like, oh, I was fucking 20, But yeah, it's weird because I've been in it so long that I've like been able to see like generations get over it right in front
Yeah.
of my eyes. Like, oh, I'm too good for that now. I've been here for
Yeah.
4 years. Time to move on. I've got a fucking 401k. Go fuck yourself. So it's
It is
weird,
fucking
man.
weird.
There's been like generations just like growing up. It's like it's like fucking grandpappy now in the underground scene. It's weird, man. It's crazy.
You're everybody's dad.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just everybody's dad.
Everybody's
like,
dad. Everybody's
that's
fucking
dad.
grandpa now. Like it's like watching kids. I bring my own kids to shows, and now they're even getting fucking older. It's like, what in the fuck?
At least your kids will see like Bane's fucking, I don't know, 60th reunion fucking when they're older. So they're just gonna keep doing reunions every fucking 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. Bane's like kids having a band called Swords or something. It's like, oh yeah, like dude, these guys, the guys singer Bane is his dad. I remember funny story real quick about Bane in particular is I saw them at Bogey's one time. And I don't know, maybe I don't know if your listeners really listen to hardcore or whatever, but like so I saw Bane and like they're big on like stage dives and jumping up and just jumping on top of each other and singing along and everything. And I jumped up to the singer and he's wearing a fucking button-down shirt. And I grabbed this dude because I'm like, I love this band. I love this guy. I grabbed his fucking shirt, like I was a bully in high school.
Yeah.
And like pulled him into me and was like, singing the song. And I feel like his shirt maybe like did like that, not ripped, but you know how like when you pull your shirt a little and it does that sound?
There's like that little,
And you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fat, but like I pulled his like that and he kind of looked at me like, what the fuck, dude? I got this fucking Sears, you asshole.
Are you gonna fucking buy me a shirt?
Yeah. I felt like I was gonna be like have to bring him like it was like if I go to the reunion, I'm gonna have to bring him like a Macy's gift card.
Yeah, just like here, this is for your shirt fucking however many years ago.
Don't give him the card. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Fuck your shirt, son. Yeah. Fuck your shirt.
I don't even I'm so bad with like because you and I met, I think, somewhere between I just got like out of like doing music and I started getting into MMA.
Yep.
I feel like that's when I met you.
Yeah.
It's like 2015, 2016. I feel like that's like, dude, I'm so bad at remembering. People are like, you remember how we met? And I'm like, no fucking clue, dude.
I have no idea how we met, to be honest with you. But so wait a second. What band were you in then? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, most people don't. So I did. I was like, it was called the Astral Plane, and we didn't really do much. We did like a handful of shows. It was a lot of Joe Chaos and a couple under Mike. And,
nice.
But like after that, I was like, let me try fighting, which we saw how that went. But like it was cool because we barely knew each other, but you and all the guys really, because anybody could have been like, why are we giving this guy free fucking t-shirts? Like he just got his ass kicked. His first fight, his second fight, you're like, here's a t-shirt. But like it was cool because you guys, you did like the sponsorship thing. I walked out to Concrete and you were one of the few people there that could witness the fact that I tripped because like nobody knew what happened in that fight.
Yeah.
They were like, you were pulling him and you got him, like, what the fuck? And I was like, I fell, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I tripped. Like people are like, oh, okay, yeah.
Dude, and I had a couple dudes there, a couple black dudes. And it's important I mention that because they were sitting next to my coach. And I've got this dude on top of me just raining down punches. And I'm trying to listen to my coach, and all I hear is these fucking three dudes go, Chris, come on, man. What the fuck? You invite us here for this shit? It's like, you got to get the fuck off the ground. And I'm like, dude, you got to let me hear my coach and shut the fuck up. It was like,
come on, man, get the fuck up. We paid for this. There's no refreshments. There's no bitches. This sucks.
We're on a fucking basketball court, and you're in here for less than a round getting your ass whooped, bro.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. No, dude, I gotta give you credit, man, because no matter what anyone says, like you did it. Fucking getting your head smashed in, you know, like no matter what it is, it's like if somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you want to do MMA?" I'd be like, "No, are you fucking kidding me? Like hell, fucking no!" Like it's funny because like you know I like you know I did a lot of like martial arts over the years. You know, like I did you know, BJJ for a while.
Mhm.
I did, you know, in my younger years, I did Taekwondo like every other fucking dork. And I did, you know, Aikido for a little while. Like that didn't last very long. And I did Muay Thai. That was the one that really, really kicked my ass. Like that was
Yeah.
the one where like every time I went, I felt like I was gonna puke, you know, and I didn't do it for too long, but it was fun. This dude, Jameson, used to he used to play for Brick by Brick. He's
Yep.
fucking hilarious, dude. He was like, yeah, you know, come through. He's like, you know, we'll have fun. It'll be great. And, you know, didn't tell me that, like, you know, I have to, you know, have some kind of fucking cardio to survive it, you know, but it's like, I was like, you know, I did it, man. And it's fucking fun, but like, there's no fucking way I'd want to like do like, you know, Vale Tudo or MMA or
No.
anything like that. Like, no, like getting fucking punched. I'd be like, nope, I'd probably piss myself and get a cramp in my fucking
Yeah.
balls. I'd be like tapping out, be like, I'm done. You
Like
know?
even
And,
now,
and then I'd be
yeah.
like, and then I'd be like, I tripped, man. I fucking fell. You didn't see? The fucking the octagon, dude. There's a fucking like a nail under there or something, dude. You gotta get that fixed, dude. I can sue you guys. But no, man. Dude, you held your own though, man. Like you didn't, you know, you pulled guard. You didn't get knocked out or anything. You
No.
know, it's like
It was
you did the damn thing. You know,
yeah.
you were there. You were fucking, and you gave it. You know, you had heart. You know, you gave it your all. You know, even though you fucking got your ass beat. It was so dope. It was dope. You know, and it was fun to watch. And you know, people afterwards were like, you know, hey, was that your song that he came out to? I was like, nah. No,
I don't fucking know that guy.
Nobody asked me that. I was like, nah, I don't even know that guy.
That dude sucked. I'm here with the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy's my cousin, you know, just to come support him.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, I remember like those guys are yelling, and then I just hear my coach go, "You better not fucking tap." And I was like, I'm not going to sleep. Like that's even more like I'm just gonna fucking tap. I've got work in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, no fucking.
I'm not getting paid. You're fucking high.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna fucking let him kill me.
Yeah.
There was another fight too that you did, right? I was at another fight, wasn't I? Or am I crazy?
I thought so. Well, I did. So I had one fight in Rochester. I know you weren't at that.
Yeah.
And then I had that fight. And then I had like one off, like I had a grappling match and I had like a kickboxing match, but I never did any MMA after that.
Okay.
It was yeah, just a couple one-off things.
Okay.
I still pop into the gym sometimes, but it's hard to get out of bed and be like, yeah, I want to go fight. Like
yeah,
I do try to stay in shape and
yeah. Bro, my fucking I don't know what it is, but like my knees like suck now. Like it's funny because like I've been fine like forever. It's like, you know, I can fucking, you know, it's funny, I didn't feel any signs of aging like at all. I was like, oh dude, I'm gonna be 70 and I'll just fucking be able to spin kick your fucking brother in the pit, you know? And then like all of a sudden, dude, it was like last year. It was like right after the pandemic, of course. I was like walking down the stairs and I'm like, oh shit. Like, you know, like you see like a baby fucking calf when he's just born and he tries to walk. Like that's how I felt going down the stairs. I was like, ooh, my shit is sore. Like, and then like kids are like, oh, lift me up, bring me upstairs. I'm like, you have to bring your own ass upstairs.
You can walk.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I like age just hits you, you know, and it's like my brother tells me, he's like, you know, for my brother, it's his back, you know, so he's like, oh, my fucking back is fucked up. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's my knees. So
yeah, if
we like formed like Voltron, we could be like one fucking handicapped fucking asshole. Ow, fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, Because like once the weather gets nice, I'm always like, oh, who wants to go play flag? And people are like, dude, we're in our fucking 30s. I'm not throwing the football to you. Like, go
Yeah,
fuck
no.
yourself.
Yeah, we
Like,
could do like, we
yeah,
could do like the fucking what was that thing called? We'll do the shake weight in the
yeah.
garage instead.
Why don't we bring our kids to play flag? You need to cut the shit.
Yeah. We'll just punt those little pricks across the field. Yeah, it's like it's funny like when I get like that like one like we're not because we don't play shows that often right now because
Right.
it's cold. We're like more or less writing music right now, so the couple shows we do play, that's my fucking exercise, you know. And I'm like, woo, the next day it's like I feel great, and it's like try to like get motivated to like lift. Like I bought like some fucking dumbbells on Amazon, some stretching bands and all that stuff, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm thinking about just going to get that fucking BBL surgery or whatever the fuck you call it. Get all my ass or all my fucking gut put right into my ass and all my tits put into my ass. Like I'll just be walking around. Like you ever see that guy, the one guy online? He wears like the khakis and he's got the big bubble butt.
Yeah. That's gonna
I'll
be
be
you,
like
dude.
that, just walking around like, hey. I'll drop all little objects on purpose so I can bend over.
Just so you can bend over.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember me when I was a 6? Now I'm a 6.5, baby. Look at these cheeks.
Insane.
Everybody want to clap them.
Everybody.
Everyone. What are you drinking? A fucking C4 or what? What do you got?
Zevia. A Zevia.
Zima? Oh shit.
It's a sugar-free soda because I'm old.
Nice. That's sexy.
I can't have sugar anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean I shouldn't have sugar either, but I'm fucking stupid. Dude, it's funny. My mom, funny story about Zima, like, because I'm old as fuck again. But like, if there was like, so this is also like pre the days, like, like when like, now everything is like, oh, our children, they drink water. Like my kids, they fucking drink water, When I was a kid, I drank sugar, motherfucker. Yeah. I drank fucking Kool-Aid.
Yep.
And I used to make it, and I did not measure the fucking sugar. I would measure it by how fucking heavy the container was after I put the sugar in. I was like, oh, this is good enough. And just put it in, mix it up. If there was no Kool-Aid made, I'd complain to my mom and be like, oh, can I have a Zima? Let me drink a fucking Zima with my dinner. I'm fucking like, 13. Like, oh
yeah. Yeah, dude, no, go ahead. You're good.
Oh, I was just gonna say I just missed like the whole. I mean, I guess I missed the way things used to be a little more irresponsible.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably made it so my knees are all fucked up now. But still,
yeah, you got so much fucking sugar in your bloodstream still.
Oh yeah, I'm like I'm a walking test patient for fucking diabetes and hemorrhoids. I'm just fucking killing it.
But like the thing is like we didn't have a lot of money, and Kool-Aid was just cheap. So like even like that made it worse because you could just go get you get like 10-cent fucking packets and then just throw in 3 cups of sugar and you're fucking good to go. Like, it would make so much.
Oh yeah, it was like just quart after quart, like
dude,
putting it away. Like when I was a kid, man.
Oh, now I'd fucking feel sick.
I know, yeah.
I would be on the couch just like holding my gut.
I know, just ready for it to fucking just come out as a rock form out of my anus. Just a fucking brown sediment. Like, oof.
Now you were talking about, you guys are writing right now. I saw you guys are recording, right?
So so we've got I think we have roughly like 7 songs that are pretty much ready to go. Just like, a little bit of fine-tuning details and adding like I think we're gonna trying to add like some more like flair, like solos and like maybe lead parts and things like that. But yeah, we're booked up for to get the drums in, at least for now. We're gonna do it a little bit differently. The way that we've always recorded is it's been like everything right in order. So it's like, hey, we got to take these 2 weeks off. We're doing drums. Then the next 2 days are guitar. Then then the bass player gets 2 fucking hours and then he can fuck off. And then there's like I would do like every time I've recorded vocals, pretty much it's been one straight shot. Like I do like 4 or 5 hours straight, do like 6, 7, 8 songs, whatever it is, and then just feel like, feel like a fucking wet rag after I
Yeah.
was done, you know?
Yeah.
But I told him this time, I was like, no, I was like, I want to take my time. I'd like to, just record a few songs or like do what I can until I feel like I'm, getting uncomfortable.
Right.
And then just kind of like, revisit it the next day or in a couple days, So we're gonna take our time recording this one, which I think will be good. I think the only problem with that is like, record it and then like I'm gonna listen to it and be like, oh, I think we need to change this.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't, motherfucker. We're not
Yeah, like,
changing it.
no.
So. But yeah, it's not gonna happen, pal. So
This is your fifth, right? Fifth album?
I don't fucking know, honestly.
I think so. It's got to be fourth or fifth.
Yeah. So we had like a demo.
Yeah.
And then we had the what the fuck was it? Deadlock we did was like the full length after that. And then we did the split, I think. We did a split. And then we did the EP, the No Dawn, it was called.
Yeah, yep.
And then we did the one full length, which was Everything Ends Now, it was called. And then the last one we did was called Free Us From Existence. So yeah, it's close, man. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute. We've been together for a long time, and it's funny because it doesn't really feel like it. It's just crazy to think that like we started in like 2010, like like almost 13 years like doing this thing. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like it's insane because like as soon as I started going to shows, I was like, I wanted to be in a fucking band, and what an idiot. But like I pretty much like joined a band like right away. I was going to shows for like a few months, I think maybe like 6 months to a year. And like, I remember standing outside after this one show and, this is a friend of mine, Chris, he was this original singer of a band called Recon. He was, the drummer of my first like real band. Like I had a couple bands that were just not really a thing, but this is like a real band that like actually played. And they were like, they had just like played a show, and then they were outside talking, and I just remember I was like, "What happened?" I went up to them because they looked distraught, and they were like, "Oh, our singer just quit." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "I'll sing for you guys," and they're like, "For real?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So they're like, "Yeah, well, come try out," and I tried out, and they were like, "Oh, this is perfect," So we like they renamed, rebranded, and that's it. That was my first real band. It was a metalcore band called In Ropes of Sorrow, and it was fun. It is like, it was weird because when I first started, it was like I was like, shy and strange. Like on stage, I would like turn around and like face the drummer.
Yeah.
And it felt like normal to me, because I'm looking at him playing, but I don't realize that, hey, there's a bunch of people behind you. What the fuck are you doing? We don't want to stare at your fucking pancakes all night. So
right.
I had to like force myself to turn the fuck around and face people, and then I kind of just, use that as like the catalyst to really like, get involved with the crowd and like, push myself even further, see, how much, what can I do to entertain? What can I do to be different? What can I do to really get their attention? So I try to, have as much fun with this as possible,
Yeah, no, you gotta. I mean, it's different, but similar to like when I would do stand up. It was in the beginning, I'm pacing back and forth. I'm just looking at like the mic wire, just dragging that. Like, I don't want to look these fucking people in the face. Like,
it's same kind of thing, man. It's like, crazy. And but doing stand up too has got to be tough because like you don't have anyone to back you up.
Yeah, I know.
There's no music to drown you out if you fuck up. It's like silent and they're looking at you. So I can imagine that's got to be tough, man.
Yeah, no, it was one of the funniest things to see though, is like, so we did a show at the Funny Bone. It was just like a bringer, whatever. But my buddy goes up and he has like the super, I don't know, it's just a joke. And it's always uncomfortable. And he did it at this show. And he's like, he screams out his line and the whole room is just silent and nobody reacts. And like, it's a packed room. And you just hear us in the background laughing. But we're not laughing at his joke. We're laughing at the bomb. He's just like, fuck.
Do you remember what the joke was?
So I know like the premise of it is the girl asking like for something real in the relationship, and she's like bent over, and he's like, so I turned on this Holocaust documentary, and then he turns around as the girl and he's like, I said something real. And so nobody so
Wow.
and dude, it was just dead silent. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, wolf. That's tough, man. Yeah, that's
Those when it's not you, it's funny.
oh
When it's
yeah,
you,
of
it
course.
sucks.
Yeah, when you're in the background watching, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's like I even like, you know, I've always kind of like heckled bands too, you know, like while
Yeah.
they're setting up and shit. And like, man, it's crazy because like when you're up there, you know, it's like fuck, you know, it's much different, you know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, when you're out in the crowd, it's like, you know, nobody's looking at you, you know,
Yeah. I
you're
don't give
out
a
there, you can
shit.
say whatever you want, you know. Hey, play a heavy song, you stupid fuck, you know, like, and they're just like, who said that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut
Exactly.
up, you dick, you know. But
I
yeah, man, I can only imagine. So, are you still? Do you still do stand up or?
No, so I've talked about it on here, so it's like beating a dead horse, but like so when my son was born, it got to a point where it was like because stand up is all like in the beginning just a grind, just open mics, and they run
Yeah,
late, and like it was fine before he was born. I would go out until midnight on a Thursday and then go grab a slice of pizza and then come back home. And now like I do that, I wake the dogs up, he's gonna wake up. It's fucking 1 a.m. I got work in fucking 6 hours. So it's like,
yeah,
but that's why I kind of started these like platforms because I can still tell jokes, I can still bust balls with people, but I don't have to leave the fucking house and do all that shit.
yeah,
So it
exactly.
kind of
Yeah,
works out.
it's all part of the fucking, you know, getting old and archaic. You know, it's
Yeah.
like same kind of thing. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's funny because like, you know, it's, you know, this is my, you know, workspace right here. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's a, you know, literally just a giant fucking shed in my
Yeah.
backyard. You know, and so it's, you know, 20 feet away from the house, and it's, you know, it's got everything. It's got like all my tools, so I can fucking, you know, if I want to like fix something, put something together. But it's also the fucking band space, you know. So it's like, see, here's fucking drumsticks, fucking fucking drums are right here, you know. It's like the whole
Yeah.
fucking, you know, the whole thing right next to the house, you know. So it's good, you know. And but it also brings you know, it gives me the chance to, you know, have the kids, you know, be more involved with it, you know, and
Yeah.
see, and like, you know, because I think that like a lot of, you know, a lot of parents will kind of like keep all the stuff away from their kids,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, you know, do this or watch your tablet or eat your fucking chicken nuggets or whatever, you
Yeah.
know. But I try to get them involved, you know, so that they can, you know, they see it, you know, and you know, not push it on them, you know, like, oh, you better be in a fucking black metal band, or I
Right.
swear to fucking God, you're dead, you know, like I'm disowning you. But like, you know, really giving them the opportunity to, you know, to see that shit at a young age that like you know, there's a lot of shit like that I didn't see, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, I want them to see that, you know, and be like, oh shit, you know, like, you know, so you know, I try to like introduce them to like stuff like all the time. Like we watch like breakdancing videos and like, you know, just like heavy metal videos and like just go to just do whatever, you know. It's like
Yeah.
just find something new to do you know, every couple of weeks. It's like, oh, let's go roller skating, or let's go, you know, find sticks in the woods, whatever, you know. It's
Right.
like
Just whatever
gotta
it
have, you
is.
know, explore, have fun, you know, and find out, you know, then they can find out where, you know, where they fit and everything, you know, and what they want to be a part of, you know. And they're very much like that, you know. They're very um individualistic, I guess you could say. Is that
Yeah.
that's a real fucking word, right?
I'm pretty
So I
sure.
think that, yeah, they're very much like, you know, their own person, and you know, just kind of dabbling in different things, you know. Like my daughter recently, she's Olive, the oldest one, she's 8.
Yeah.
You know Olive, but she just recently, like, you know, she got her hair cut like real short, and you know, she was kind of worried because she was like, oh, you know, people are gonna be like, you know, say I look like a boy, and you know, and it's like when we were kids, like I feel like people would be like, yeah, you know, you're gonna look like a boy, you know, even your own family members would be like, you look like
Yeah.
a
All the
boy, you
time.
know. But she's like, you know, I'm worried, you know, people are gonna be like, you know, say I look like a boy, and you know, I just my style of parenting, I turned right to her and I was like, you know what? You can tell them that they look like a giraffe dick, and she's just like, laughing and like,
Yeah.
but it's like, my brand is like, it's like, be confident in your shit. It's like, cause when I was a kid, when I was in school, like I got bullied because, when I was in school, I had long hair. I was into like skateboarding and, like gangster rap and heavy
Yeah.
metal and all that stuff. And, if I was in school nowadays, everybody'd be like, oh, you're fucking awesome, but
Yeah.
when I was in school, it was like, this kid's a douchebag,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
like you look like a girl, you look like a fucking jerk off, you piece of shit, stuff gum in my hair and kick me off the fucking throw me under the bus and shit, literally throw me under the bus, so I get run over by the big ass tires. But like, it's just it's cool because like I can because I broke out of that, like when I got into like 10th grade, I was like, oh fuck this, and like I started like, I got some cooler friends and I just started like, slapping people in the face, I was like standing up for myself, kind of broke out of my shell, so I'm trying to, I guess like as a dad, trying to keep them in a space where they don't have to be in that shell and feel alone and feel like, no one's there to, to see them or protect them.
Right.
So I try to teach them like, you know what? Fuck everything else. Do exactly what you want, Don't let any shit bother you, So it seems to be good, It's like it's sick, How about with your son? Is he going to school or anything yet or
not yet? So he'll be 4 in October. So we're looking into
okay.
like
Yeah. So he's almost in the pre-K range.
yeah. So that's what we're looking into now. But like same thing with him. I mean, I have, this mic and the computer and all recording shit set up. And he'll come over and he'll touch it. And I'm like, just be careful, just don't break it. Like, you can turn the knobs, talk shit. Like, he's talked with me on here, and
Nice.
He's been to the gym with me. I posted like pictures and videos of him at the gym, and I try to get him to wear gloves. He's not into that yet, but he'll like slap the bag, and if I'm kicking, he'll kick the bag, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. But same thing, just like I don't keep anything away. Like,
Yeah.
the PlayStation, the controller's out. He touches it. I'm like, turn it on. Like, I don't care, dude. Just don't break it. And if you do break it, just don't do it on purpose. Like, I can replace it. I don't care. Just don't be destructive.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't break my PlayStation 5 because I will be
like
that part.
Like if you accidentally knock something over, I'm not gonna scream at you. I'm just gonna tell you be careful. Like,
yeah, it's crazy, man. I see a lot of that shit like in the store, like, and it's like it's frustrating, man, because I'm like, fuck, it's like people, and my wife said it fucking perfectly. She's like, people try to they don't want to listen to the kids and they don't want to put them on the same level. They just want to control them.
Yeah.
And it sucks, because there's so much shit, that you lose out on in a situation like that at a young age, where it's like, fuck, man, like, my parents were so strict and, or this and, I couldn't do this and I had to eat fucking broccoli every day. And, it's like I, of course, steer my kids, in the right path. It's like I don't want them to fucking, sell cocaine yet or anything, but it's, like, it's like I'm not like, here, hide the switchblade in your fucking bluey backpack, but it's just you gotta give them space, but at the same time, you gotta let them explore and you gotta treat them as equals.
Yeah.
And not they're not a pet, and it's like when you treat them like it's the walking broken condom that got away.
Yeah.
Then what do you fucking expect? They're gonna grow up to be like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or fucking some other fucking douche whistle. Like that's just, you can't treat kids like that, dude. You gotta fucking treat them good. It's like I see so many times like, kids that just grow up and they hate their fucking parents and, my parents are this and that and, forcing this on me. And it's like, I guess we just learn from that, and
I think
do it a better way.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of like the older generations, like they raised on like fear is what I've
Yeah.
You're just gonna listen to me, and it is what it is. Like, you're not gonna talk back. Like, I'm not talking back. I'm just giving my opinion. It's like, that's talking
Yeah.
back. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, you got to listen, man. They
yeah,
got to, even if they're fucking kids, they're slobbering, they're fucking eating their boogers, but they're
yeah.
still people. You need to listen to them, you know? And it's like, yeah, exactly, man. It's fucking listen to that little bastard.
Like, and him, especially, like,
And then punch him in the fucking head. Do
yeah,
your fucking homework. No, I'm just playing.
yeah, you only get a certain amount of passes before. All right, now I gotta punch you.
Yeah. You're getting lit up, bro. I'm telling you right now. You don't pick up that toy, swear to God, I'm gonna tee you right in the face and put a bow.
But like the crying and the slobbering, and before they could talk, like, that's so my son has, like, he's got like 9 fucking major food allergies.
Oh, nice.
And like, so when he was a baby, like, she was being breastfed or whatever, and she's eating the shit that she always is eating. And meanwhile, this kid's like, I'm fucking allergic to this shit. And he's like, his skin's all fucked up. And it's like, oh, we just have a crying baby. But it's like, no, dude, we were kind of poisoned. And I'm like, he's not a crying baby. He's fucking pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh, he's just really loud. And it's like, damn, he's near death. But like, what the fuck?
He's got a fucking peanut allergy, you asshole.
Get that sandwich away from him. But, I guess the lesson of that whole story is no one's allergic to titties. Give me more tit. Give me more tit. Fuck this peanut butter jelly sandwich. I want some nipple in my mouth.
Shit out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's fucking
give that good, sweet nectar of the titty. Nice.
Oh
yeah, man. Fucking so when's your next fight, dude? What's going on?
Fucking probably at work soon if these guys don't shut the fuck up.
Facts. Yeah, I hear that, man. Fuck. Working. Oh. Yeah, jobs. Jeez. That's the one thing I would tell my kids, be like, man, whatever your passion is, dude, go after it, and go after it now. Cause shit, it's funny, you were just talking about like the fear, it's like, it's the same thing, like with, the day to day, with the grind. It's like, and I even myself, I'm my own victim to that shit. Cause it's like, there's so many things like I want to do, it's like, and I don't want to, like, nobody fucking says I want to work in a cubicle, and, on a fucking laptop, managing a bunch of fucking assholes, taking phone calls. I'm like, nobody says that. When I grow up, I want to be a sales supervisor. No, motherfucker, we don't. Shit, I don't want to fucking do that. I wanted to fucking, join the circus or some shit.
Yeah.
I want to be in fucking Pantera or some shit. Like, but yeah, it's, I guess it's like, we could still, I'm still like, I guess, I'm kind of living my dream, it's just not my dream job, but it's like, at least, it's like I use that to, fund, the good shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I still am in a band. I haven't fucking given up yet. I'm not bitching and complaining about it or anything, and it's like, as long as like, I at least have that, because it's funny, like people at my work, they're like, I'll be like, yeah, I need that Saturday off because, I'm, and I hate to say it out loud, but I'm playing a show, and they're like, you're what? You're in a band? And I'm like, oh, fuck, like, what kind of band is it? Is it, we're like, like fucking Madonna, and I'm like, yeah, it's just like her, fucking, but, and it's like, you can't, because somebody that's outside of that realm, you can't be like,
no,
I'm in a hardcore band, or you can't be like, I'm in a fucking death metal band or whatever, it's like, oh, I'm in a heavy metal band, that's where I usually
like that's
they're like, ooh, like Five Finger Death Punch. I'm like, yeah, it's exactly like that. You should come to a show. It's safe and fun for everyone.
How was because I'm a piece of shit and I didn't go. The new spot up this way. What is the warehouse?
Oh, it was great, man.
Yeah,
it was sick, dude. Shout out Vinny, fucking he's got a good spot there, man. And it was it was a lot of fun. It's funny because, dude, it brought back so many fucking crazy memories. Like, it was like, so it's legit like these just like rundown warehouses. Like, when you're out behind them, it looks like a scene from The Last of Us. You know,
Okay.
like you're back there and it's like it's just old, you know, old pipes and, you know, desolate. Nothing's really been taken care of.
Yeah.
But like on the inside, it was great. You know, it's just like, you know, a giant warehouse space, and we played in a wrestling ring, and, you know, there was a lot of people there, and, you know, they all had fun. It was just, you know, it was a good time. You know, I saw this one dude I haven't seen in like 20 fucking years, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool. And that's, you know, like I said, that's pretty much like where being in a band started for me, you know, was in like that South Glens Falls area. Cause
Yeah.
the band that I joined, that was like right there was like where I first saw them. And that's where like I started going to shows. That's where like Joel and Rob lived. And, you know, I was living there at the time, and they were like, let's go to a show. And I'm like, cool, you know? So being up there again, after it's been so long, was just like, holy shit. And pulling up to this warehouse, I remember there was a couple spaces back that Mario, he is the guy who owns Upstate Records.
Okay.
Super,
Yeah.
super, super cool guy. He had a studio there, and I was so back in the day there was this band called Implosive Disgorgence, and they were like you know, I think that, I don't know, I don't want to fucking sound like a dick, but like I think they were kind of like part of like that MySpace deathcore thing.
Okay.
But they were
Yep.
like they were really fucking like heavy, like just like destructively heavy. And I was just like, fuck. Like, I think I remember at the time they only had like 2 songs out, and they were just so fucking good. And I saw that like they needed a vocalist. So I went to Mario and I was like, I needed to do a tryout for them. Like, I got in contact with them, and they're like, yeah, you know, we'll send you an instrumental, you know, just do whatever over it, you know, and we're going to make a decision. So I did like kind of like whatever on it.
Yeah.
And I sent it to them, and they were like, oh, this is cool. You know, this is pretty good, man. And I was like, fuck, you know, thanks. Cause guy in that band was, you know, he was no joke when it came to fucking like deep, heavy vocals. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. But what sucked is like they ended up going with nobody, and they just ended up breaking up.
Oh,
And I was
shit.
like, fuck, dude. You know, it's like, it probably would, I probably, you know, wouldn't have worked out anyways. Cause like, I'm pretty sure they were like from like the city, and like, you know,
okay.
me getting my irresponsible ass down there, you know, I mean, I would have made it happen to be in a cool band like that. But, you know, it was just a flashback from, man, it was like blast from the past. Like, fuck, like just pulling in there. It was like, man, I haven't been in this like same spot in like 15 years or so,
Yeah.
you know? So, but yeah, it was cool, man. Like, if you get a chance, you got to go. It was, you know, good show. Lot of fun, a lot of cool people. The vibes were really good. And then they had a fucking like whole like pro wrestling thing afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these guys were full character, you know, makeup, you know, yelling at the crowd, you know, doing the whole thing, you know, and they're athletes, dude. Like, excuse me, like doing that shit.
Yeah.
There's no way. I felt sore just watching them do that shit. Like, I thought I was impressed with myself because like I'll still mosh, you know, from time to time. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm fucking 43 and I can mosh still. But like these dudes, man, like what they were doing, slamming each other on those fucking, and it's planks. Like, I went and looked under there. It's wooden planks
Yeah, dude.
under there. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're like slamming each other down on fucking wood covered with like, you know, a fucking quarter-inch of fucking foam. And I'm like,
Right.
no way.
No, that's
So, you know, big respect to, you know, those wrestlers and shit, man. That's fucking, that's athleticism, dude. It's crazy. And it was fun, you know, it was fun. We were yelling, heckling, and they were heckling us back, you know, it's like, and they were doing all the shit. It was a show, man. It was cool. So yeah, if they do that again, dude, you got to go out. It was fucking cool.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that one, but like I said, I'm just a piece of shit. I just forgot. And like, you even hit me up, you're like, oh, you live this way, come this way. And I'm like, yeah. And then like the day came, I forget. I think we were next door or something at my in-laws. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
because you're like posting pictures of like the wrestling shows. Like, oh fuck, that looks fun. Like I forgot. All
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. Well, dude, like I'm gonna be completely honest too, man, for a sec. So when it comes to some stuff, like there's a lot of stuff like I do want to go to, and I don't think a lot of people understand like my schedule. My schedule,
Yeah.
I work 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. and I have Sunday and Monday off. Okay. Everybody that's fucking normal works fucking 8 to 5 and has weekends off.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you never come to my show on Saturday. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm working. Like, you don't think I'd rather be at your fucking show? Like, but like, dude, sometimes some things, especially at my age, man, I'm just like, I'll get excited like a week before and be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go do this. It's gonna fucking rule. You know, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna fucking act stupid. I'm gonna fucking go to jail tonight, you know? And then like when it comes up, I am a fucking old woman in a shoe. I'm just like, oh, I can't go anywhere. I don't feel like it. And then I feel a little guilty too. I'm like, oh, I should go. But you know, it's just like dude, it's just too much sometimes. I'm like, oh no. Like I can't bring myself to be social sometimes. You know, it's sometimes I just need to be away from everything and just shut off. You know, especially when you have kids too. It's like, fuck, you're always hearing someone yapping at you. So it's like, oh,
like,
man.
It's funny because like I'm just one of those people that like if you ask me to come move your apartment, I'm gonna show up. Like I'll move your apartment, but if you ask me to come to a
and
show,
you have moved my fucking apartment, dude. Shout out you, because you were like one of the only fucking people that was like just showed up with fucking bells on, and I was like, we didn't even really know each other that well. Like we were just cool, you know. And then like you were like, I came and watched you fight, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'm fucking here to help you move. It's 85-degree heat. There's fucking a staircase that looks like it's going to the house on Haunted Hill. I'm fucking ready. And I'm like, dude, you're a real one for that shit. Seriously.
I did not to like sit here and be like, oh well, I've helped people all the time, but like even for like dorm when I lived in Delmar, he like put up a Instagram or Facebook and he's like, somebody come shovel my driveway, and I was like, oh, I'll fucking shovel your driveway. Like it's nothing. So I like barely knew him and went and shoveled his shit. But
he was probably looking out you in the window. He was like, what the fuck?
Well, I think he paid me. I was like, dude, John, to fucking pay me. Like it's just snow, but like I think he paid me. But
that's sick, man. That's crazy.
You mentioned
just for the record, I for the record, I didn't pay you, and I'm sorry.
No. I don't expect.
I didn't give you shit, man. But I tell you what, the kind of person I am is like I remember that shit, and like if you called on me for one magical thing, it's like, you know, the one wish you get from this fat fucking genie and me. Like if you were like, bro, I'm in a situation, I need something. I'd be like, dude, I remember that time you helped me move. I'll fucking be there, you know, like. But yeah, it's like I didn't pay.
I don't expect, like, if you ask me for help, I don't expect. But so you're like a full suburban dad now. I wanted to talk about this because you're like woodworking and shit.
I work with wood, and that's not a dick joke at all.
How the hell did that start?
Man, it's fucking weird because, like, dude, I'll tell you what, when I was like in my 20s, like I couldn't even fucking put together a nightstand from IKEA.
Yeah.
I was an absolute fucking special needs fuck. Like I was like, I can't do that. And like, I don't know, my brother, who's younger than me, like was always like, even when he was little, he was like he was taking everything apart and putting it back together, or trying to. But like he was always like that, like taking things apart, putting it back together all the time. And he excelled heavily in that area. So like I used to just call him. I'd be like, John, like I got this fucking I got this table from JCPenney or whatever the fuck. Not JCPenney, they don't sell tables. I'm fucking dumb. I got this fucking table from a fucking furniture store. I need your help. You know, I need your tools. I need your fucking brawn. I need your shoulders and your big penis. And I need you to come over and help me with this. And he would, you know, he'd be like, all right, man, whatever. He'd come over and just fucking slap it together. And I never really fucking just paid attention. And then, dude, like out of nowhere, like he does woodworking stuff, like tables, you know, like just couches, like really nice shit.
Yeah.
So then, like, out of nowhere, I was just kind of like, you know what? I was like, I think I might be interested in that shit, you know? And then, like, right when the pandemic hit, you know, it's crazy. When there's a fucking pandemic, you'll find a lot of weird shit out about yourself,
Yeah.
you know? So it was like, I was like, I'm going to try this shit, you know? And it was like, I ended up like, we had like had this family camp that we sold, and I like came into a little bit of money. So I was like, instead of like blowing this on fucking cocaine, I'm gonna get myself some tools, you know, and try this out. I don't really do cocaine, but like, this just sounds better. But yeah, I bought a bunch of fucking tools. Like I bought a saw, and you know, and the owner of this house actually had this. This was actually his shop. Like he did woodworking in here.
Yeah.
So he left a lot of tools in here already. Like they were, you know, used as fuck, but you know, it's still stuff that I use to this day. Like, so I was like, I'm just gonna try something. I was like, I'm gonna try making a coffee table, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like I kept like doing all this stuff and kind of, you know, fucking up and like just not really understanding, you know, because like I'm not good at math. I'm like, I can't fucking read the fucking tape measure to save my life. So I was just like, you know, just and it's like, you know, the university of YouTube, man, watching YouTube videos, and
Yep.
I just started doing it, and like I built a fucking bomb ass coffee table. I built a fucking toy, like a nice like fucking toy chest for my kids, like, and then like I built like a shelf, like a floating shelf. I haven't even hung it up yet. It's not done yet, but like just doing shit like that. And it was like, it's funny how like things like that can make you feel like you've really accomplished something. There's nothing like that. It's weird. There's nothing like building something from scratch with your fucking hands that, you know, makes you feel like you fucking did something, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're a real fucking man, you know?
Yeah, no, we like I said, you know, this background and shit is because I'm in a dining room with a fucking train table and everything. So we started cleaning out the basement, and I fucking gutted it. It's getting there. And
Nice.
soon, like I'm gonna have that same, I feel like, thing where I'm like, well, I gotta do something down here now. I gotta fucking put up walls, and so hopefully I do the shit right, and I got my father-in-law who will help me, but I'll
Nice.
feel
Yeah.
some sort of accomplishment and not fucking just I'll call you.
Yeah,
There's
I'll
my
come over,
favorite.
dude, I have so many fucking tools, man. I'll bring them over, seriously. And like, you know, it's like I still like consider myself like pretty much like a novice when it comes to this stuff, you know?
Right.
But it's like you know, I bought this house, and it, you know, it also helps you in a lot of ways, because like I did like an FHA loan for this house. This shit's gonna get real boring right now, but I'm gonna make it fast, and then I'll talk about dicks and stuff. But like, I bought this house, and doing an FHA loan, long story short, it has to pass like real detailed inspections.
Yeah.
You know, this can't be this can't be broken, this has to work good. Even like down to the paint chipping, you can't fucking have it, you know? So this house failed inspection. It took me over a year to close on this house. They were like, you have to put a railing on the front porch. You have to paint all this shit, which is fine. I did that. You have to, and then they were telling me my back deck, I have a huge back deck.
Yep.
There's a lot of rotting boards on that deck, and you know, it's pretty much not safe, but you know, it's like whatever. We tiptoe across it, jump across it, whatever, right? So they were like, nah, it's not gonna pass. You have to replace these rotting boards. And I was like, that's pretty much everything on the top of this fucking deck.
Yeah.
You know? So long story short, dude, it was like $1,800 worth of materials, and I fucking raised the value of my home by like 35 grand just by doing that stuff and doing it myself, paying like some fucking drunk asshole, like, you know, like dude. My stepdad was. It would have costed me fucking like 25 grand just to fucking get it all done, you know? But I did it myself, like me. And shout out to my brother. He fucking came over and helped me. Shout out with Drew, our bass player, who lives fucking 3 houses down, because he's, you know, just can't fucking stand to be away from me for too long. He came over, you know, and like, you know, these guys, again, I didn't pay them either. I just fucking, you know, offered to suck them off and give them beer, you know. And they're just good people, you know, they're good men, you know, and they fucking, you know, came over and fucking helped. And, but yeah, it's crazy, man. When you do stuff like that, not only you save money, you know, but it's like, you also feel like, you know, like you're a fucking, you know, you've achieved so much, you know, and it's like, you'll stand up and like, after you're done and look at your wife and be like, me man, you go bedroom now. Me show you pee-pee. Like, woo! See, there it is. There's the punchline. There's the
yeah. Just gotta get through. You gotta get through the FHA shit first, and then you'll get
That's
a dick
it.
joke.
Yeah. Got to get through the, the grown up realty and all that.
Yeah.
Once we get past that, then we can talk about boners.
All right, so it's 8 o'clock now already. Somehow I didn't fucking realize. We usually have people send in questions.
Yeah.
I only got one.
Nice.
Dick size.
Dick size. Wow.
I know that's
right
something.
to it. Holy shit. Like, not even like, what's your sign or
Nothing.
like
Dick size.
What's your favorite chain restaurant? Holy fuck.
They didn't even say like your dick size or like the preferred dick size. They just said dick size.
Yeah. Holy shit. I swear, when you first said there was one question, I thought it was going to be like, is he vegan? Like, it's always somebody like that has to, it's just that's the one. So here's the thing. Okay? Let's just say, I'll lead with this. If you were going to order my dick at Starbucks, it would be a grande, okay? Which sounds great, but it's a fucking I'm definitely just a medium. Like, I'm a medium, like normal dong. That's it. I'll tell you what, I can't say that either. I was gonna say I'm a grower, not a shower, but even when it grows, it's like, it's okay,
Yeah. So that wasn't the question. That was for me. That was my own.
Oh,
I
okay,
wanted to know.
Yeah.
I was always curious. I was like, I've seen him. He's vegan. He's got a different diet than a lot of people I know. I gotta know.
Whipped out a fucking fat hog. Be like, what the fuck, man?
A soda can.
Yeah. A fucking Arizona fucking fruit punch. Just that thick shit. But nah, man, I'm I'm a medium, so just like every other, dude out there that like is a medium to, a medium smallish, because I think dicks are getting bigger now. Did you see that thing that was like dicks are getting bigger around the world? That scares me, dude, because I don't want the average dick size to outgrow me. It's like average was like 5.5, and I'm like just barely over that.
Yeah.
And it's like shit if everyone else is like, at like a 6 or 7, it's like, fuck, man. I don't want to be that guy that gets left behind, I'm gonna be alone.
Oh, is it cold in here? Like, what do you mean? Like, this is normal.
I was in the pool.
So the question I got was, is there any state that you guys like to play but hate to stay? So pretty much any state that you think has like a great scene, but the state itself is boring as shit.
Wow.
Or city.
That's
state or city. And I was like, oh, that's tough.
So yeah, Philly was cool, but there was like no fucking where to park, dude. Yeah. But Philly is fucking cool, and it's fun, and there's so much fucking like just cool shit there, like cool people. The food is good. Philly's fucking sick, but like, dude, there's nowhere to park, and I felt like I was gonna get fucking shot almost every corner I went around. But like, it's kind of like, I mean, that's not that bad for me, because like, I was like, I lived in Troy like for so fucking long that like, it's like, just hearing gunshots is like, put me to sleep at night, really. But like, you know what? I think that I'd have to say probably, I don't know, maybe Baltimore then. I don't know. Okay. Baltimore was like real fun to play into, but like, again, it's like, I felt unsafe in a lot of the spots that we were in. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, holy shit. Like, we went to fucking Subway, and they had fucking bulletproof glass in front of everybody in Subway, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, it's really that serious over here. So yeah.
I just want a veggie delight.
Yeah. I can tell you one place I don't want to play or stay, and that's West Virginia. That place fucking sucked. That shit sucked my whole ass. And I know Sean Mott agreed with me on that one. So yeah, that was not good. It was, the show sucked. We played, the fucking place played, and like, man, yeah, no. Yeah, West Virginia. I will skip over West Virginia any fucking day of the month. Yeah. Any tour. Like, no, we're not going there. What else you got? You got anything else? What do you got?
That's all they gave. That's all they said.
That's it. Two big questions.
Two huge
Dicks
questions.
in West Virginia.
There'll be more. There'll be more soon. The problem is, so we do the same thing on the other podcast, and like, so now people are like, we're not just gonna keep sending you questions, dude. You got to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
My question, motherfucker.
All right. So I already know everything, but where can everybody find you? What's your social security number?
So it's well, find me. So shit, you want to find me? You gotta come to good old Schenectady. But no. So to find our music, if you go to Instagram, it's just Concrete HC. So you go there. There is, link there that'll have all our stuff. There he is, the big guy.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
He said, "How are you?"
Good.
Did you know I'm vegan?
Good.
He's vegan.
He's like, all right, I'm out. I'm out. No, I'm not doing this.
You go sleep
I'm not doing this with this guy. Vegetables, tofu, fuck you.
All right, give me 5. Go night night. I'll see you tomorrow.
He's like, all right, come put me to bed.
Okay, you can play with that.
he's so fucking he's adorable, man. That's fucking awesome.
He just messed
just
up
like his dad. The look.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted your.
No, it was perfect.
He's like, yeah, we don't want to hear about Concrete and their social media.
Yeah.
I gotta come say goodnight.
Like, fuck them. He's like, I never seen them on fucking Cocomelon. Fuck them. So yeah, it's, just Concrete HC if you search for that. Our last album is called Free Us From Existence. I get one song on there that kind of like blew up. It's like our most popular song, I guess you could say. It's called Executing Vengeance. So yeah, check that out. Listen to it. We'd appreciate it. Love everyone that, checks us out. Even if you don't listen to heavy music, it's great motivation for the fucking gym. Like, I know you can attest to that. So,
yep.
Listen to that. It'll get you jacked up, no matter, whatever you want to do. You want to fucking work out. You want to, beat the shit out of your stepdad. You want to fucking, beat your meat unmercifully. Then that's the track to go with. So.
All right, dude. Well, I love you. It was good to see you through a screen.
Yes, sir.
Everybody follow Concrete, and hopefully I can see you soon.
Yeah, and next time we're talking about your dick.
Yeah, you don't want to hear about that.
All right, brother. I love you, man. Thank you.
Love you, dude. Thank you.
Later, man.
Bye.